applying these principles, I was able to build my cosmetics company into a $30 million organization.
Ooh, $30 million? Ain't she something?
Yeah. Hers is the only makeup I use.
That's $30 million worth right there.
What it comes down to, ladies, is this. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it. Now, what did I say?
Conceive it, believe it, achieve it.
Ah, wonderful. Now, some of you may ask, how does this concern me? I don't work. The answer is, you can apply these same principles to your husband's or loved one's career. And to illustrate that point, I'd like to introduce one of our city's leading citizens, a man who is rumored to be number 91 on the Fortune 500, Mr. Drew Mortimer.
Thank you, Lorraine. Actually, it's 90, but who's counting? Ladies, what Miss Powell just said is absolutely true. If it weren't for my wife, I wouldn't be a millionaire. I wouldn't be successful. I wouldn't even be here today. She gave me permission to come. But seriously, there was a time in my life when I was a very complacent man. I considered myself a great success. After all, I was making more money in 1 year than my father made in his whole lifetime. And then my wife got me to set my sights on higher goals because she knew I could do better. So I say to you, don't be afraid to take a chance. Be bold. Go ahead. Stick your neck out. Thank you.
Ooh, you know, I feel like they were talking directly to me. I feel so stimulated.
Yeah.
I bet I can help Les to become a millionaire.
My friend Susie worked 7 years to put her husband through law school.
Now, that's what I call being helpful.
When he graduated, he divorced her, handled his own case, and it cost him a dime.
Thank you, Miss Sunshine. Anyway, I'm still going to encourage Lester.
I used to encourage my husband, too. I used to give him a pep talk every morning. And he still wouldn't get out of bed.
Oh, Miss Powell. Oh, your talk was so inspiring. I just wish my husband could have heard it.
Oh, well, now it's up to you to make sure he gets the message.
Oh, he'll get it if I have to put on a Western Union cap and deliver it.
Ladies.
Oh, Mr. Mortimer, I just want to tell you how wonderful I think it is that you give your wife so much credit for your success.
Well, she deserves it. She's always giving me a hand. In fact, right now, she's helping me find a contractor for my new museum project.
Well, Mary's husband is a contractor.
Oh, really?
Well, he's never built anything like a museum.
What about the Space Center?
He built the Space Center? You must be very proud of him.
Well, to be honest with you.
Yes?
I am proud of him.
And well, you should be. Why don't you have him call my secretary? No, wait a minute. I'd better call you. My secretary just quit.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Mortimer. Hi, I'm Sandra Clark. I just want to tell you how much I enjoyed your little talk. Oh, I took it all down in shorthand and can't wait to type it up at 120 words a minute.
Really? I was just saying that my secretary just quit.
What a coincidence.
Yes, the constant travel back and forth between here and Paris just got to be too much for you. You know what I mean?
Oui, oui.
Give him your number.
555.
Not you.
It's 555-7617. Lester Jenkins.
Fine. We got to get this going. You know, this museum is a $50 million project.
$50 million?
Well, good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon. Mary, how could you let that man think that Lester built a space center?
Well, he built the coffee shop next door. And that had space in the center. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it.
And when opportunity knocks, don't walk to the door. Run and fling it wide open.
And when opportunity knocks, don't walk to the door. Run and fling it wide open. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting you.
Was it my aftershave?
Hi, honey.
Hi.
What are you doing home so early?
Oh, I thought I'd knock off early and maybe go to a movie.
A movie?
Mm-hmm.
You know, wasting time like that is what caused the fall of the Roman Empire.
What are you talking about?
What happened to your ambitions, your dreams, your hopes?
I was hoping to go to a movie.
A movie? I'd love to go to a movie.
I should have.
Hi, Daddy.
Now, if famous Amos had wasted his time at the movies, Amos wouldn't be famous.
Who was it today, Mom? Phil Donahue or Oprah Winfrey? I'm going.
Honey, I went to the most fantastic seminar today, and I met Drew Mortimer.
The Drew Mortimer?
Yes. And guess who's going to build his new $50 million museum?
Who?
You.
Mary, I told you not to eat those mushrooms off the lawn. Mary, you crazy? I can't build a $50 million museum.
Honey, think positive. You it.
With 9 guys and 3 trucks?
So it'll take you a little longer. Listen to this. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it.
Listen to this. Can't get it, regret it, forget it.
Well, anyway, he's going to call you. Will you at least talk to him?
Drew Mortimer's gonna call me here today?
Yes.
Sure, baby. I'll talk to him. And if Queen Elizabeth calls and wants to talk about remodeling the palace, I'll talk to her, too.
Ladies, these are the keys to the door to pleasure.
Well, as long as they don't open my door, the pleasure is mine.
You know my cute friend Ricky from the penthouse across the street? He's away for the week and he wants me to take care of it for him. He knows how responsible I am.
You know, I've always wanted to see the inside of a penthouse.
Why? I mean, an apartment is an apartment.
You know, Mary, you're perfectly right. Take away the hot tub, health spa, indoor pool, panoramic view, and his apartment is just as dull as yours.
Well, now, it can't be too dull, because every time I look up, you in here.
You see, that's what I get for trying to introduce you girls to the funny things in life.
Look, Sandra, I mean, we could care less about Ricky's penthouse. Right, Pearl?
Speak for yourself, Mary. Let's hit the high times, Sandra.
Well, look at it this way, Mary. A couple of days in 228, and maybe Sandra will never want to come back to 227.
Promises, promises. Hello? Mr. Mortimer? Hello. Yes, Mr. Mortimer. Yes, this is Mrs. Jenkins. No. Lester isn't home right now. Oh, but he's most anxious to meet with you. Tonight? Yes, of course. Yes, we'll be home. Our address is 227 Lexington Place. Would you hold for just a moment, please?
What is it?
You can't invite him here.
Why not?
Well, because you told him he was a big shot. And you got a nice apartment, but a luxury penthouse it is not.
Well, what am I going to do?
Penthouse.
Hello, I'm back. Yes, did I give you the address? 227? Oh, mercy me, no. We're at 228 across the street. Yes, just take the private elevator to the penthouse. Oh, Marvy. See you at 6. Ta-ta.
Mary, what are you doing?
Girl, I am so glad you reminded me we had a penthouse.
No. Sandra has the penthouse. I have Mary with me.
Come in.
Oh, Sandra, this apartment is so beautiful. Oh, Rose, look at that painting. And the carpet is so plush. Child, your Ricky sure has wonderful taste.
That's why he goes out with me.
Oh, and you look absolutely stunning in that gown.
Rose, I thought you said you brought Mary with you. Excuse me, girls, I got a little cappuccino brewing. That's coffee, Mary.
Oh, that's so witty. Isn't she witty? Did you hear that? That's coffee, Mary. I'll kill her.
Oh, girl, that hot tub is so relaxing.
But Mary, listen, when are you going to ask Sandra for the apartment?
I'll get to it.
Yeah, by the time you get to it, Mr. Mortimer's going to be here. Sandra, Mary has something she wants to ask you.
Oh, really? What is it, Mary?
Mary? Sandra, well, you see, there's this guy. And, well, Lester's not supposed to know about it.
Yeah?
And Mary needs a fancy place to meet him. It'll just take a couple of hours.
Mary! Ooh, you little devil, you! What? You got a boyfriend!
That's it. Forget it. Come on, Rose. I'll just cancel Mr. Mortimer's visit.
But Mary, he's already on his way.
Mr. Mortimer, the wealthy museum guy? That's who you playing around with?
Well, Mary's just trying to get Lester a contract.
That's a good way to get it.
Mary told Mr. Mortimer that Lester's a big-time contractor and she needs a fancy place for them to meet. She's not fooling around.
Oh, well, that's very commendable, Mary. Dull, but commendable.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I have a brilliant idea. What? Mary, you can use the apartment. I'll stay and be your secretary, and Mr. Mortimer can see how efficient I am.
No. You just messed everything up.
Oh, come on, Mary, please. Oh, come on. I've always wanted to see friends.
One more, please.
Please.
Okay, you're hired. Take a letter. I, Sandra Clark, being of sound mind and body, do hereby state,
Wait a minute. That sounds like a will.
if you blow this deal, it will be. Are the observers ready? The Mormons will be here any minute. Does the drummer know what to do?
How should I know?
You're supposed to be my secretary. A secretary would know.
Mary, would you relax?
Relax. What's going to happen when Lester gets here?
You know, I'm surprised you even got him to agree to something like this.
Well, he didn't exactly agree. He knows he's meeting the Mortimers here. I just left out one little detail.
What's that?
This is supposed to be our apartment. That's them. It's the Mortimers.
Now, Mary, remember how much is riding on this.
Right. Think positive. Think positive.
Good. Just keep repeating to yourself. Sergeant's going to pass. Sergeant's going to pass.
Would you get the door?
I'm the social secretary. Let the maid get it.
Hurry up, Rose.
Listen, Mary, don't push it. This is not what I meant when I said I'd give you a hand.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And the name is Mrs. Jenkins.
Good evening, we're the Mortimers. I believe the Jenkins are expecting us.
Mr. and Mrs. Mortimer!
Thank you. I'm so glad you could make it.
Mary, this is my wife, Emily.
Emily, welcome to our humble abode.
Thank you.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, indeed.
You remember my secretary, Sandra Clark?
Executive social secretary.
Oh, yes.
So nice to see you and the little woman.
I'm sure. Why don't we all sit? Thank you.
Fine.
Excuse me. Oh, what a pleasant room.
Indeed.
Oh, yes.
Work, work, work.
Would anyone care for hors d'oeuvres?
These look interesting. What are they?
Chitlins on rye crisp.
So, Morty, is that secretary job still open?
Sandra, dear, shouldn't you be doing my correspondence in the library?
All taken care of. I also booked your cruise to Rio. I set up lunch with the mayor. I changed your hairdresser's appointment, and I picked up your theater tickets. All those secretarial things.
You know, your maid looks awfully familiar.
Well, of course. You met her at the door.
So, Mary, where is that husband of yours? Huh? Drew is anxious to meet him.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mrs. Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins phoned earlier and said he'd be a little late. He's finishing off another skyscraper.
Thank you.
Answering the phone is my job, Rosie.
Well, Sandy, you were lying around eating chocolates at the time.
I demand that this woman be dismissed immediately.
I will dust the top of her head off.
I'm still calling you this. I will freeze dry that hair more. Well, you have to take this answer into
Please. Good help is so hard to find. You are supposed to be in the kitchen.
I can't hear nothing in the kitchen.
Hello? Who? Ricky? Who's this? Well, Tammy, there is no Ricky here. If there was, he wouldn't want to talk to you anyhow.
Drew, if Mr. Jenkins doesn't get here soon, we're going to have to leave. We have dinner reservations.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
What Mrs. Jenkins means is, why don't you dine here with them?
I do?
Oh, we wouldn't want to put you to any trouble.
No.
Oh, it would be no trouble at all.
It won't?
Then we'll be glad to stay.
Perhaps you better inform the cook.
Pearl, you can't leave me now. I promised him dinner.
Well, the pizza joint is open.
You do this for me, I'll cook for you for a week.
Make it 2 weeks.
All right, 2 weeks. Cooks are so temperamental.
Ricky!
Sandra! Oh, who are these people?
These people are,
Son! Oh, I wasn't expecting you home from college.
I'm not in college.
Kicked out again.
Ricky, let me show you what your mother's got to your room. Well, you don't want to know what's going on here.
Oh, he's such a wonderful boy.
Isn't he a little old to still be in college?
Oh, that must be Lester. Please be Lester. Rosie, dear. Go in the kitchen and help Pearl.
right, but talk loud. Go.
Hi, baby.
Oh, hi, honey.
Well, you made yourself right at home.
Whatever happens, I love you. Come and meet the Mortimers.
Ah, Mr. Mortimer.
Mr. Jenkins, this is my wife, Emily.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you. I love this apartment.
Especially after a hard day at work, right, honey?
It was good of you to see us on such short notice, Mr. Jenkins. I hope we haven't inconvenienced you.
Well, there's no trouble. It's either this or go home.
Lester always thinks of our beach house as our home.
We don't have a beach house?
Well, of course not, silly. Not since we've sold it.
Excuse us. Man, what the hell is going on?
Later.
Let's sit down, Mr. Jenkins, and get acquainted.
Drew, don't you think you ought to get right down to business?
Oh, of course. Let's talk about the museum project.
Well, as I told my wife, I'm just not set up to take on a project like that right now.
Too small for you, huh?
Well, honey, couldn't you make an exception in their case? I mean, I know it's only $50 million, but you could squeeze it in, couldn't you?
Mary?
And, of course, it would lead to bigger things.
Drew does put up a lot of buildings, Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Oh, and honey, they're such nice people.
Well, thank you very much. So are you, Mr. Jenkins. I think it would be really good. And I think once you get all working together, really...
Yes, that's what I feel. I can't look... Besides what the architect...
Time out!
Y'all rang?
You the maid?
No, she's your maid.
No, she's not. She's my landlady.
I can explain.
Does a microwave cook fast or slow?
Excuse us. What is all this?
I can explain that, too. I think it's only fair that I get a moment to think.
I smell a rat.
No, it's chicken.
Something's burning. Something's burning here. Sandra? And who was that?
Dad!
That's harder to explain.
Come on, Mary, think of something. I don't want to blow my trip to Paris.
I think we'd all like an explanation.
Yeah, Mary, start talking.
Well, you know, actually, Mr. Mortimer, this is all your fault.
Mine?
Yes, you raved so about how your wife was so helpful to you in your business that I thought I could do the same thing for Lester. So I set this whole thing up just to impress you. This is not our apartment, it's Ricky's. I'm sorry, Ricky.
Well, at least your son is doing well.
Ricky's not our son, and these aren't our servants. They're our friends.
You mean this whole thing was a fraud? You brought us here under false pretenses?
Oh, Drew, stop it. I would have done the same thing. As a matter of fact, I probably did. And I don't remember you ever complaining.
Mr. Mortimer, I'm sorry. My wife does some crazy things sometimes, but I must say she's always in my corner.
Oh, honey.
We'll talk later. Mr. Mortimer, I can't take on a big project like that museum. I have a nice, small company.
Perhaps we can do business in the future.
How about next week? We're going to need a lot of subcontractors on this job.
Right there. Lester, give me a call.
Thank you.
And you and I must have lunch together.
And thank you for a most unusual evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Mary, I'm leaving. And tonight I would like to have beef stroganoff. And I will give you the menu for the next 2 weeks later.
And don't tire yourself out, Mrs. Jenkins, because my apartment will need a lot of dusting.
Now I know why they say good help is hard to find.
I'm sorry things didn't work out.
Well, it's not so bad. My company got a job out of it anyway.
I was talking about me. I wanted a secretary job.
Oh, forget about it. Sandra, I'll give you a job in my new restaurant.
You own a restaurant?
Yeah, we're just about to begin construction.
Well, do you need a contractor?
Mary? So, do you need a contractor?